Hey you Skellywags! In this selection of newly acquired figures, there's a feature in each of them that I've been quite keen to check out. But will they meet my expectations?
Shut up and sit down.
First up, from Hasbro TVC, is their new Clone Trooper Phase 2 armour. And I've been very curious to see if they finally changed those damn hip joints. So we'll look into that in articulation in just a bit. This is everything basically you get with this figure. The two weapons. Really dislike that, the printing on the leg there. Wish it wasn't so noticeable. Yeah, sort of a nice army builder with hopefully improved articulation. So the head with the helmet, as this is removable, can still move a little bit. A decent representation of what we've seen before. And here is the unhelmeted head of a face that we've seen in many a clone before. I can go up and down and around, a bit more range without the helmet. And that's the look you want though, really. Round there for the arm. This, you can either have it go above it like that, which kind of squishes a bit, or you can hide it inside like that. There too. And you can even twist around a bit. Bend at the elbow, not bad. Twist. Twist around here. In and out. This goes around, down and up. Movement up here at the torso. It's also waist, which is great. Jean-Claude, yes! Finally! Leg goes up nicely, and there's clearance for the armor too. Back there. Twist, thighs. Single bend at the knee, and the knee pad is actually on the right side, the lower half, instead of the upper bit. Twist there as well. Down, foot, up. Pivot there. So yeah, improvements. So definitely one I would be happy to army build with the improved hip articulation, although probably be difficult to get hold of now, as I think it's probably sold out in most places. You can hold this. Let's see if you can do down the sights, holding his gun down the sights. If you can do that, you can do anything, kinda. Just like, yeah, look at that, brilliant stuff. Awesome work, Hasbro. Well done. More like this, please. Next up, also from TVC, is Hunter from the Bad Batch, which is basically a scaled down version of the Black Series with, believe it or not, improvements. But there's nowhere to store this little tiny gun, as well as the other gun, which is it's inherited some of the Black Series problems. The head sculpt, though, I think I prefer this over the Black Series one. Looks something about it I like more. Maybe the eyes or something. Got new shoulder pads here. And it just looks brilliant. Very, very good work here by Hasbro. This can come off. There you go. Oh. This plugs in like that. And this can come off. There, little knife. You can store it in this hand if you like. You can also go in the other hand. At least they've given this some place to stay. Not that way. The other way. Head moves around on a ball joint. This thing new. Shoulder pad can move all the way around with the arm. Just like the Black Series one. You go all the way up like that. Very nice. Bend there. Hand goes round. And like left and right, in and out, whatever it is. Mind the knife though. This one goes down and up. Movement up here at torso. Also at the waist. Jean-Claude, lovely. Hunting time. Leg goes up very nicely, better than the Black Series as the armor is cleared. You don't have to move it out of the way like that. Like you have to do with the Black Series. Back there, look at that. And this bend also, the knee pad is on the lower bit, which makes more sense. Previously on the Black Series, you had to kind of move it, and yeah, it just was awkward. Thigh swivel on my right leg here is a little bit loose. It was worse than that. Leg or foot goes down, up, usual, left right pivot. Again, brilliant work. Hasbro, you need to do the others. And here's his helmet, which fits on very nicely, if only a little bit big, just like the Black Series. Looks a little large, but I'm glad he's got it. So with no obvious way to store the weapons, I come up with this way. Pop in the pistol just sort of underneath here, the backpack. And then this one, just plug in the back here. There you go. It'll probably fall out, but it's staying for now. So if you want to store your weapons, yes, you can do that. It's just that pistol is so tiny that you most definitely will lose that if you don't put it somewhere properly. But lovely new hip articulation, and this is a superior version of Hunter to the Black Series, the same design. So well done, Hasbro, once again. You're 2 for 2. Let's get right into it with Black Templars, Sword Brethren, Brother Lombast, and this beautiful head sculpt, unhelmeted head. But out of the box comes with one of these helmeted heads, which is like one of those Blade Guard veteran designs, but I thought it was an intercessor helmet at first. Don't know what this is called, but this comes with a little peg as well. 3.0 hands, left and right fist, and you've got the opposite holding hand and left trigger hand, again 3.0. So let's have a look at him and his beautiful mug. So this is why I got him this unhelmeted head, and it does not disappoint. When I first saw him, I thought this is the best unhelmeted head they've done. This thing here is very nice too. Very, very nicely detailed. These Sword Brethren just look so badass with all these parts. Look at that. Sword here I thought was the same as the Marshall, but we'll look at the differences in a bit. Very similar. All these belts and everything. This combi plas bolter thing, it's really nice. We've got detail there and shin. That little thing there. Very, very lovely look. Nice cape. Not much back here. The belt though looks cool. Movement here. Heads. Move around. You can normally do. Little shine to the eyes. Really sells this. head. Arm ratchet joint moves around, goes up about there. Double bend at elbow, twist there, and roll. Now this is different. The Marshall had one piece, this is two. So there's a cut there, so you can actually move it independently of the lower part of that cloth, what's supposed to be cloth. Works rather well. Lovely detail here all around. Jean-Claude! You can move this out of the way, so you can see his long blast. Leg goes up and bends, double knee, twist as well, thigh, down, up, all the stuff you get with your normal Space Marines. And even though he's got all this stuff that you think would get in the way, it does a little bit, but he can still move around and pose very nicely. Yeah, the designs of these sword brethren, some of the best that you can get from Joytoy and the Warhammer 40k line at the moment. So even if you get just one of these guys, I think it's definitely worth it. Come with cool accessories. And this one has one of the best, but not the best, unhelmeted head. The best unhelmeted head award goes to Sergeant Nadael of the Dark Angels, in my opinion, but we'll go through that in just a bit. Out of the box, he comes with this helmeted head, which looks rather nice. The shine on the eyes there I really like. No extra peg though, which is a bit strange. It also comes with this bolter. We've seen this before, but not in these colours. Black, nearly. Black, red, and silver, which you've not seen before. They can hold them really well now as well. Holstered gun, again with that damn purity seal here. 3.0 double fisting. 3.0 opposite hands here too. Right, so let's take a closer look at Nadael, Rafa Nadael, with this unhelmeted head. So you can see it's got that shine as well in the eye. And the new way they've done these paint apps is just superb. It looks brilliant. Also the sizing, it's slightly smaller, which I really like. And I think they should keep to this slightly smaller size. The colours on this name, on the pauldron and on chest are slightly different in the promo pics. Oh, this thing I moved up there because it kept falling off on the forearm. So yeah, I think it works better there for me anyway. So bolter pistol, we've seen before. Don't know if we've seen it in this red though. This mag will come out eventually. There it is, and just goes in very nicely. Yeah. There's a little sword there for the Dark Angels, 1st Legion. There's a sword, which is we've not seen before. Unique sword to Nadael. Back here, one of these patches is black. Don't know why, but nice of Joytoy to make that effort. One of my legs, I think it was this one, can't remember, was weird. It didn't like. Kept popping off every time I moved it, so I just heated up in hot water and it's all fine now. Articulation is just like the other intercessors. This head though is the star of the show. Wayne Ho from Instagram, I'll put a link in the description, has done a really great custom of this guy using Black Templars cape from Max Bird. I may have to steal that look. It's awesome. So yeah, I really want to make this guy a more unique character. So I'll probably end up getting that cape and using a Blade Guard veteran shield with him as well, like Wayne Ho has done in his custom. But yeah, definitely the best head we've got from Joytoy so far, especially for these Space Marines. Maybe the best head that they've done ever. Now for something completely new from Joytoy, Corvus Belli's Infinity Ariadna Marauders 5307th Ranger Unit. And I picked up figure 3. Even though it's not my favourite design, I had to check these out and see what Joytoy are doing with this line. This box, I love the size of it. Nice and compact. So that little thing there. 5307th composite, blah blah blah, all that stuff. A lovely box. It's almost the similar size to the Acid Rain. For modelers 15 years of age and above, actual model may vary from image on box. Let's hope it doesn't veer too far away from that. Get him out. There he is. All this stuff. Nice. Reminds me of old Joytoy. Look at that. Not too bad. Yeah. Nice smell there. Not too overbearing. Like a bit more of a plastic smell really, or paint smell on it, but you know, figure looks good at least. All these armor pieces. So what drew me to this figure and Joytoy to begin with, so looks like they're back on it with this lot. Although we're not really getting Dark Source or Battle of the Stars very much these days with their figures. This looks like it'll be filling that void. So he can hold his gun really well and pretty much look down the sights. We'll look at the accessories. Comes with these binoculars, very small, nowhere to store them though. This gun RPG thing, rocket launcher. This holding hand for the left. Right holding hand. This left trigger finger hand. Here he is with the right trigger finger hand and supporting hand. No drill barrel. Nice detail there with the bullets. Nice little gun. Head's done pretty well with the, especially with the size of it. Can move in that little limited space. Move this. Arm can go up about there. The armor off slightly higher. Move around. Bend there. All these armor pieces are removable. He's got one there in his forearm, and also there's an extra one there, the wrist. Nice little detail. So it covers up that joint. Here, same. This knife can come out. Be held here. Also fits in the gripping hand there nicely too. Very tight. Store it back in. Holstered gun. You can put in this trigger finger hand. These are improved, these trigger finger hands. Probably the best holding hands you can get. Movement up here. There's probably something underneath as well, but we'll look into that. Jean-Claude. There's his Corvus Belli. Leg can go up. Back there. Twist the thighs. Double bend at the knee. All these armor bits here, things that can come off. Boot twist. Down. That's a new joint in there, I think. I've not seen that one before. Twist, down, up, pivot. Toe. That's done really well too. Very nicely done. You can tell Joytoy have spent some time on this. this can come off. So let's try that. As a true Joytoy fashion, the straps actually work. Take that off there. This, nice. Good. So now I'll just remove this half of the body. There you go. Pull it back in. Good. So yeah. Again, articulation underneath the armor, like they've done with other figures. I think that body might be from something they've done before. One of their figures, the buck. Yeah, waist there. So more articulation, of course, when you don't have that armor on. But it looks rather plain otherwise. But nice that they've got a good buck underneath. So I love how this feels very familiar to their other stuff. It's just the same as what they used to do, but feels more improved. Clip that in. Straps work perfectly. This head kind of cut a bit differently, but works. There. So yeah, it's a cool look. Again, not my favorite, but glad I got it. Knowing that Joytoy are doing a great job. This is a great start to their Corvus Belli Infinity line. Looking forward to the others. Let's do a few comparisons. So I'm just going to bring in a few figures for some specific comparisons. This Marshal I've got from the Black Templars, compare with this guy. Both look awesome. The swords here, at first you think they're the same, but they're not. Skull is upside down. See, the orient's different. It's very similar though. The top bit there, it's different. And the where that power node is, that's a skull. And it's on both sides for the Marshal. A nice little detail. You can see there. And the way he holds his gun with these older hands isn't the best. And there's that a kind of a shine silver to the plas gun there. There's not on this one, which is a shame. Doesn't have that same kind of shine to it. Both look great, but there is a huge difference in the paint apps on the head sculpts. Here is Jack from Acid Rain, your normal sort of 4-inch scale. It actually scales well with the Marauder. And here is the Monk guy from Jiang Hu, also from Joytoy. And he's actually just a bit bigger than these guys. Yeah, tall fella. Brought him specifically though, because just to show you the head. So this head for the new Dark Angel figure here, Nadael, is slightly smaller, so it actually scales better with this figure. You can sort of, you can see there, it's not that much bigger, so it actually looks great against these 1/18 scale figures that are not just huge Space Marines. So please, Joytoy, keep the heads this size. I really like them like this. I prefer Space Marines with the smaller heads. You can imagine that, the helmets fit on, and yeah, they look more like their artist counterparts with the smaller heads. I can believe it was once sized like this. Anyway, affiliate links below if you want to buy your own toys, support the channel. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you like this video, click the thumbs up. For more content, subscribe, and I'll scale you later.